What's up, folks? Welcome back to Beyblade Burst. I'm your host, Michael Nightwing, and I want to show you all this set. This is the HMS versus EG. So this is the hard metal system versus engine gear set. It is a Toys R Us exclusive, and it came out in 2003. This set right here costs $1,000, and I want you all to see exactly what comes in it, so you all can see the nostalgia that goes on with Beyblade from almost what, like 17 years ago? 17, 18, 19, 20, no, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 19 years ago. So I was 13 years old when this set came out, and I'd actually never owned this set. I had both these Beyblades, but I never owned this actual set. So I'm excited to show you all what's in the box. I kind of already unboxed it on the live, but the live was kind of botched, so I didn't like it. So we're redoing this so you all can see in better, higher quality what this thing comes with, all right? So first things first, on the cover here, this is Tyson. I forgot Tyson's last name, and this is Max. Forgot Max's last name. But it also comes with the Red Dragoon GT. And this thing right here, they sell this online for maybe $400 or $500. Drasil Black. I think this one goes for maybe about 60 to 100, but you can find the regular green version for like 10 bucks. Check out Beys and Bricks. They have this one along with some other hard metal system Beyblades between 10 and like 60 bucks. And then, okay, so we did that, we looked at that. Check out the back. Okay, so on the back here, you will see that it comes with a stadium. So it comes with like the side pockets and kind of a swoop down flat at the bottom. It comes with a barrier that goes around it to protect the Beyblades, because the older stadiums, at least the Takira Tomy stadiums, didn't have walls, right? They didn't have pockets, so if they flew out, they flew out. Hasbro actually never released this set. Yeah, I don't think this set was ever released by Hasbro. I had a bunch of Hasbro stadiums because that was something you can easily get from Toys R Us and KB Toys. A lot of my Beyblades from this generation were a mix of the Japanese and the Hasbro American ones, because Takira was just Takira, no Tomy, and Hasbro released them. I used to get mine from the toy store, and I also used to get them from a Japanese game store and also like a playing card store. So that's where I got my Japanese ones from, but the Hasbro ones, my father and I would get from the toy store. So I did have Dragoon GT in white, not the red version, because the red one only came with the set, and then the Drasil in green because it only came with this set. To be honest with you, I did not like the hard metal system when it came out. So I do not like change very much. And for me, going from like a Beyblade, this is Siggers, like this large, right? So look how big Siggers is. Okay, so look how big Siggers is, and then this is Drasil. So like, it was just a big size difference for me, and I just really wasn't behind the hard metal system. Also, I was 13 years old, so I was kind of phasing out of playing Beyblade, and it was just like, this isn't really, you know, what I'm used to. But it's still a great system, a very good system actually. But let's look at the box. So on the box, you get the Dragoon GT in red. So this is like flame red, fire red Dragoon GT. And then you also get the black Drasil. So for Dragoon, you get the bit chip, the attack ring, which is G upper. You get the 10 weight disc, and you get the left engine gear turbo along with the first clutch base. You put it all together. And then for Drasil, you have the bit protector, the attack ring, the weight disc, and the running core. Now, Dragoon is an attack type, and Drasil is a defense type. One thing we will not be doing today is actually battling HMS versus engine gear. That's not happening, because HMS usually destroys plastic gens, so we're not doing that. But what I do have are a bunch of HMS and plastic gens that we can battle here, so you all can see them in action. But that's the box. Also, if you haven't done so already, you should check out our other unboxing of the HMS Tri set. So this is the hard metal system custom Tri set. They came with a black Dronzer and then an advanced Avronda. This was also super dope. Never knew this existed. But probably when I was a kid, this was out of my price range. This is maybe ran like 80 bucks, maybe 90 back then. And for me, I can get a Beyblade for like 10, 15 bucks. That was more my price range as a kid. But this one is also super dope. The stadium's a lot smaller, or it's a little small stadium, but you'll see. I'll show you all this later. So these are the instructions right here for the HMS engine gear set. Like I mentioned before, we already put this together. So here's Dragoon and then here is Drasil. But let me break it apart for you so you can see exactly how these pieces look and get some nice up close and personal. The instructions are pretty self-explanatory, even though my Japanese is extremely terrible. But I have a little bit of history with these, so that was also fun. And this piece right here is more of a poster. It looks more like a poster to me, so I may actually put this one on my wall. So the first one we're going to dissect is going to be Drasil MS. Drasil, you need to use the launcher to lock and unlock the bit protector. That's what made these things so cool. Also, these things can spin left and right depending on how you situate them inside the launcher. So once you took it apart, it was just 4 pieces. Some of these blades actually are 5, maybe 6 pieces, but this one was just 4. You had the Drasil attack ring, you had the Drasil bit chip, the weight disc, and the running core. Then when it came to Dragoon, once you took it apart, you had the Dragoon attack ring. Now this attack ring has an upper attack. That was the gimmick for this. So when it hit, it would smack it up, smack your opponent in the air. Something we're all very familiar with. The weight disc, the engine gear, and the base. Now the engine gear is cool because there's an engine in it. So what you do is you would spin it with the clutch that it came with, and then in battle, it will release. Like faster than that. But yeah, so these are the parts that it came with. So let's put this all back together and then let's battle these guys against some other Beyblades of their generation so that you all can see exactly how blading was back in the day. One thing about these ones is contact points were aggressive. So Dragoon's a left spin and its contact points were this way. The complete opposite of what you would expect now with burst. This is meant to smash, crash, and just destroy. So another thing, if you wanted to, which was also kind of fun back in the day, was just doing a battle of the weight disc. You can do that with the HMS by just putting the disc on and you had a little Beyblade like this. Okay, so that's enough for the breakdown of these two. And now I want you to see how they perform in battle. So for this, we're gonna be using the stadium that it came with. Now, this stadium in the pictures actually had a flat, as you can see here. It's supposed to have like a nice flat part right here. But it doesn't. This stadium is actually pretty like curvy. So there's actually no flat in this one, which is super cool. This stadium is, again, 19 years old. And it's a little mildly warped, but that's not a big issue. It also came with this barrier, like I mentioned before, that you put here to make sure the blades don't go flying out or anything. So let's start off with the HMS system. So we're gonna do Drasil versus a couple of blades here. We're gonna start out Drasil versus Wallboard, MS. So remember I told you that you can make these blades spin left or right, depending on the launcher. All you do is just take it out. If you want to spin right, and if you want to spin left, you just put it this way. It was super awesome because it made it super strategic depending on what direction your opponent was spinning. It would change up the way you actually battle. So for this, we're gonna put them both in right spin. Wallboard, Drasil. Ooh. Now Drasil's a defense type and Wallboard is a stamina type. It uses the bearing running core, which we're super familiar with from Hasbro's and Takara Tomi's Beyblade Burst. Now, since Drasil didn't stand a chance. Let's try Drasil out against Drigger. Oh, big hit, wow. Just like that, Drasil got sent out. So we're gonna put Drasil up against Advanced Avenger from the other set. All right, let's try one more and see if we can get Drasil to win. We'll put Drasil up against Phantom Fox, the original bullet driver. Well, Phantom Fox's driver flew out. This might be an easy victory, a very easy victory for Drasil. At that point, Fox was missing a lot of weight. Fox knocked out his own driver. Okay, now, so let's do some Dragoon. So we're gonna wind up its engine gear. And we're gonna put it up against Siggers, who's also an engine gear. Ooh, big hit. Ooh, Dragoon lost. Oh wow, huge hit, and Dragoon just got destroyed. KO'd immediately. And Dragoon just KO'd itself. Again, Dragoon KOs itself. Dragoon. There we go. Dragoon's in it now. So Dragoon's engine gear activates as soon as it gets into the stadium, giving an extreme amount of speed to start off with. But it doesn't mean it always works. Blizzard's engine gear didn't even have to kick in. This is gonna be a right spin, no engine gear. This is Grifolia. Nice. Oh no, that was awesome. Nice. Okay, now let's do Dragoon versus Dragoon V2. So Dragoon GT, Dragoon V2. Oh wow. Oh, big hits. Oh, double KO. Ouch. Okay, folks, so there you have it. That was the re-unboxing of the HMS versus EG battle set from 2003, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, let me double check to make sure my dates are right. You can usually check the blades themselves, and on the layers or on the drivers, they had the dates. Yep, 2003. So you see it right there. This one is Takara 2003. So these are Beyblades from 19 years ago. Yeah, 19, 20, 21, 22. Alexa, how long ago was 2003?
January 1st, 2003 was 18 years, 5 days, and 17 hours ago.
Okay, 18 years. Yeah, so my math is terrible, but that's why I'm a Beyblader. All right, folks, so with that being said, do me a solid favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video. If you can, please go home and tell your mom you love her. I am going to be unboxing a number of, actually, let me show you. I got a bag full of these things. So I have a bag full of Beyblades to be unboxed that are all from the HMS hard metal system and plastic generation. So I have a bag full of these and probably still more coming in. I have an obsession. I've spent way too much money on these things. So I could really use your help in getting some of that money back, because all the money that I gain from ads and stuff here on YouTube for Beyblade goes directly into buying Beyblades and whatnot. Like all these random booster volume 27s that I'm giving away. So I bought 4 full sets. I'm keeping 2 for myself and giving away the other 2. So with that being said, I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Do me a solid favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video if you can. Please go home and tell your grandmother you love her. I'm Michael Nightwing, and I appreciate you for being here. Hope you have an amazing and beautiful day. Be safe, and yeah, just be happy. Okay, see ya.